Allow me welcome Morris. Morris, when we are, yeah, like, I pray your English is still good. Mine is off the hook. I'll stand here so that your speech is brief. Then we shall have a brother of mine. Please, now we.
Good evening. I would like to thank you so much for coming. Many times we invite so many people, but a few turn up. Come on, give yourself a hand of applause. Let us thank DM Events. Do you know that they are projecting this thing live on Facebook? Let us thank also National Theatre for giving us an opportunity to stage this play. A couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, when I left active employment, I kept asking God, what exactly do you want me to do? And then, guess what he told me? Cancer. Now that was a terrible thing that I felt I'd never been, because none of my relatives or friends had never suffered from cancer. But I said, fine, let me obey and go. Let me not be a disobedient person. So I called one of my sister friends and we walked to Uganda Cancer Institute. Oh my goodness, what you're seeing here is the same drama that happens right there. Now, when you go to Uganda Cancer Institute, there are two kinds of people that you're going to find. You're going to find someone who is called an in-house patient, someone who is bedridden within the hospital. Then you're going to find another person who is called an outpatient. Now, the outpatients are people who come in and then they walk back. Then in that category of the outpatients, there are also two people. One, the person who goes back to their home, and then the other person who stays around the hospital. They come from up country. Yeah? So these people who come from up country, most times they don't have relatives within Kampala. They don't have enough finances to carry them through. And that's the same person here, the gentleman whose hand was right here where I was standing. So when God told me go and do cancer, I went into so many things. I did awareness campaigns. And actually today, we had cervical cancer screening. We screened 10 ladies. Out of 10 ladies, 2 were positive. Just right there in the gardens. So guys, cancer is real. It's real. It's real. So when he told me, go do cancer, I said, fine, I will obey. Then, about a year ago, he still whispered to me, said, you know what, Morris, start up a cancer home. Start up and help these people. Because when you go to Uganda Cancer Institute, you're going to find people lining on the veranda. And they are there without food, without accommodation, and they're just there waiting for medication. The same thing that they were portraying here. Someone saying, please, we don't have money for this treatment. What can we do? So fine, I obeyed God. I said, fine, let me go and start up. So I named it Momo Cancer Foundation. And about five months down the road, we started Momo Cancer Foundation, whereby we support the cancer patients. We give them meals, we give them accommodation, and we also transport them to the hospital instead of them staying out. Because trust me, when you go to Uganda Cancer Institute, those guys are overwhelmed with the numbers. The numbers are big. That the beds, they run out of beds. But because of good heart, we said, no, let us try as much as possible to support these people. So that's how we started the Momo Cancer Foundation. And I would love to introduce to you 2 people that we support at the foundation. Currently, we have a capacity to support 18 people. But because of constraints here, there, the rent, we are paying rent, we are transporting them, that is all money. And basically, all this is still personal initiative. We don't have a donor as yet to come and support and say, hey, though we have written proposals out there and we are believing God that surely those guys will come in to come and support us. I would like to welcome Robin and Brenda. Come on, let's appreciate them as they come. These are some of the people that we support at the center. The 2 are still in the hospital. So this is Brenda. She's also one of our lovely persons that we take care of. We actually, at the cancer home, we call ourselves a family. This is Brenda. She's 18 years old. And then this is Robin. At Momo Cancer Foundation, we basically take care of women and children. But because of some reasons, I got to realize that I'm related to Robin in one way or another. So we said, no, let us take him as the only male for now. Because seeing a brother lying on the street of the hospital and without support, it's crazy. Robin has been battling with cancer for the last 5 years. Brenda, it's coming to 3 years. Please, you can go back. Come on, let's thank them as they go back. So the reason for this production is to call upon many hands to come and support us, to give hope to such people. Of course, there are so many things that are involved in terms of supporting them, in terms of feeding them, in terms of, we don't only actually feed them and then give them transport. We actually speak hope into their lives. We speak positively into their lives. We tell them, look, the God that created you still heals. And trust me, you see them there, they didn't come like that. They were terribly, terribly broken. Robin is actually doing much, much better. The same thing with Brenda. Then there's another lady who helps me. We are in the organization currently, we are only 3, me, the driver, and one other person who works as an administrator as well. Just making sure that everything is well. Jane, please stand and just wave. So that is Jane. So we had to put this production so that we see how you guys can support us. But just unfortunate, many people promised to come and they did show up, but we still bless the Lord for that. Thank you very much.